Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will be doing an unboxing and toy review of the S.H.Figuarts Shinkocchou Seihou Kamen Rider Den-O sword form / gun form. I got this figure from the eBay account of GreatToysOnline. If you are looking for any specific collectible or toys or figures, please check out their vast inventory of action figures, toys, statues, and collectibles. I'll be placing the link on the description for this video so you could check out their online store. This item is made by Bandai through their Tamashii Nations line. And looking at the box, so we have here Kamen Rider Den-O in his sword form, and beside him is his gun form. And of course it has the Tamashii Nations quality sticker, which is a hollow foil sticker. This means that this is an original item. And the side says here Mask Rider Den-O sword form / gun form, and it's the same on the other side. And then on below the box, S.H.Figuarts, and on the top, on the back, so we have here the pictures of Den-O on his sword form and gun form. Alright, so let's open this up. Alright, so once you open the box and take the item out, or take the figure out, you will see that the package or the box has this paper which contains the details of what's inside. Of course, it has those alternate hands, weapons, and on how you could remove the pieces and turn the figure into the other form of Den-O, which is the gun form. Also, the box, which has the artwork on it, has the description on what is Shinkocchou Seihou. So this is the logo for the Shinkocchou Seihou line. This actually is the improved version of the S.H.Figuarts line, wherein they made sure that the figure definitely looks like the character that it represents, and it also boasts posability compared to their previous releases. Alright, so we have here the figure out of the box, and if you notice, he does look like the Den-O sword form in the Kamen Rider series that he is in. And let's look at the details. So let's do a close-up. And as with any other S.H.Figuarts, make sure to be careful with the horns or the tip of these figures, because they are very fragile. Right, so they did made sure to capture the tiniest of the details of Kamen Rider Denko. Even the belt. Then the paint apps were done pretty neatly. Okay, so let's check the articulation. So the head goes up as high as this, and then go down as far as this one, and the head can rotate 360. And the shoulder pads could be adjusted so you could reach out and turn the arms 360 also. The joints would make it possible for you to pose it even as far as this, or you can raise it up. So there you have it. The this part came off, and it's because it only connects through a small ball joint, so make sure to be careful. So it has the tendency to pop off. The arms rotate as well. The elbows are double jointed, and the hands can turn around 360. The waist could also be turned, and of course this belt could be removed by removing half of the body of the figure. You can take the belt out and maybe place this on another figure, maybe Kamen Rider Decade. The legs could go as high as such, and it also could go as far back as this one. It could also go on the side as far as this one. You could also turn the hips, and the knees are double jointed. And then the feet could move up and down and 360. The tip also has a joint. For the accessories, the figure came with 7 sets of hands, and later on we'll be using them in photos. Of course, the figure also came with the parts for turning the figure from sword form to gun form. It also has weapons included, and we'll of course take a look at these weapons. So these of course will be mounted on the sides of the belt. Make sure to be very careful. Also, then it came with the Den-O pass. So it has two versions of the pass. So since this is the sword form, the figure came with the sword that Den-O uses. Unfortunately, it did not come with the effect parts, just like when they released the version 1 of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Den-O sword form, wherein they included the lightning effect parts for the final attack. Alright, so in this part, we will try to turn the figure from its sword form to the gun form. Okay, so first we'll have to make sure to change the belt because the gun form is in purple. So be careful in removing the front of the belt. Alright, so once removed, you could just replace it and put in the one for the gun form. Next is to replace these parts here. With the purple ones for gun form. Alright. Then for the torso, so just a caution or a warning. This part is really difficult to get off. So I first made sure to take off the head of the Den-O sword form first, because the tips might get broken. So this is how it looks like when you take it off. The chest part. So you'll now, oh, by the way, before you get it or put the gun form torso in, you'll make sure to take off the neck part and replace it with the head of the gun form, which is very tricky as well. And then to put this back in and to make sure that it snaps in place. There you go. Alright. There you go. Heard that clicking sound? It means it's already snapped back in. So right. So we now have the Den-O gun form, which is the one in purple. All right, so this figure stands at above 5.5 inches tall, and for comparison, we have here the first version of the S.H.Figuarts Den-O sword form, which only stands at a little bit close to 5.5 inches, but you could definitely see the difference, not only when it comes to the height, especially the details and the proportion. The Shinkocchou Seihou S.H.Figuarts here already has the looks and the feel of the character, while of course the first version of the same character, we could definitely say that it's a very big improvement for Bandai, and you could perfectly see how they went above and beyond when it comes to the manufacturing of their action figures. Specifically, if you could check the details, the belt, the design. Let's look at the back. So yeah, the Shinkocchou Seihou version, or the version 2 of the S.H.Figuarts, are awesome improvements when it comes to their toy line. Also, for comparison, so we have here the Kamen Rider Drive, Type Speed, and we need to take note that this Drive figure is not a Shinkocchou Seihou release, although if you have noticed, it stands very well with the Kamen Rider Den-O sword form, because this Drive figure is a version 2 of the S.H.Figuarts line, unlike the version 1, which is not that tall. The version 2, although not a Shinkocchou Seihou release, is very articulated compared to the version 1 releases of S.H.Figuarts. Final thoughts for this figure. Of course, this is a Shinkocchou Seihou line of the S.H.Figuarts, so expect lots of articulations, posability, and superb details and paint apps. Also, it came with enough accessories for you to be able to recreate the poses and scenes of Kamen Rider Den-O on his sword form as well as his gun form. The only thing that I do not like from this release is that Bandai seems to have released 2 figures in one, although you'll only be able to play with only one of them, so you can only use one figure at a time, because you'll be switching parts from the sword form to gun form and vice versa. And also it's a there are lots of difficulties when it comes to putting parts back on and removing them as well. I am very afraid that the any of the parts might get broken. Of course, we all know that the material used for these figures are not cheap, unlike Marvel Legends, wherein you would not have any fears of dropping the figures off or any parts that would be broken, especially those tips on the head and the other parts as well. So I'm hoping that this gimmick that Bandai made for Kamen Rider Den-O is only for the specific figure. I'm seeing that they might release in the future the other two forms, which is the axe form and the rod form, in the same box, just like what they did here with the sword form and the gun form. But in any case, this is a solid figure from S.H.Figuarts, and they again made sure that the figure is how it looks like on the TV show, which is Kamen Rider Den-O. Alright, and again, thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and for all other toy reviews, you could also click the playlist on my channel. And thank you again for watching my toy review of the S.H.Figuarts Shinkocchou Seihou Kamen Rider Den-O sword form and gun form. Thank you guys, and may we all have a pleasant day ahead. Bye for now.